AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delayed game, offense.
Oh, no.
So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 13 touchdowns on the season. And anyone who wants to talk about 13 being a lucky or unlucky number, we know which way he's going to weigh in on that one. Lucky to the gills.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
7. And an Eagle first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Number 27.
A gain of 3, second down.
44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a give right side. Foot looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Rose. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
27-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. 11 yards there, 1st down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared, because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
The 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Dixon. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Russell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
10 at the 11-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Dixon, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball. You
got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fox. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dixon. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. A second juke. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Throwing on 1st down. Dixon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground with Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The ball carrier.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And Down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Complete to number 17.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Dixon. He's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on what.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down, Philadelphia.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
48-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they're really in sync right now.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for them to start things out. Operating from the gun, Dixon. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Dixon's back.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again. Dixon got his man complete over the middle. That's Dawson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dixon toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off the play fake, Dixon. And now he'll tuck it and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dixon. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Dixon's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, Dixon. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Dixon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard.
And out now come the Eagles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, Dixon, over the middle, complete. That's Russell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 17-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A give to Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and
the give is to Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. As his guys continue to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Number 89.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw left side complete. That's Fox. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield. But
and the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at about the